Hi, my name is Veronica Anderson. I'm with All the Arts for All the Kids Foundation. Now today I have a really fun project for you. We're going to do a close-up view of animal eyes. Now eyes can be difficult for any artist to draw or paint. I have some easy techniques to show you using a gradient, reflection of light, and texture to create these eyes. Now some of you might be inspired by a pet that you have at home, or you can use any animal that you'd like. For this project, you can use oil pastels, crayons, you can use colored pencils, but I'd suggest to not use markers because it's hard to get the gradient transition of colors in the eyes. It's also helpful to already have a rectangle to start with and a picture reference of the animal you're drawing. All right, to start out your artwork, you're going to want to put your eyes on the paper, and you can do this very loosely. It's your eye placement. It's okay to have a lot of overdrawn areas. Never start with black. I would start with a purple or a blue or a green. I'm also laying in areas where I see darker colors. It's just kind of a guideline for myself. Now that I've laid in where I see these darker colors and where my eyes are placed in the picture, I'm ready to go into the iris of the eyes. All right, for the iris of the eyes, we're going to talk about our gradient. That's the gradual blend of colors. You can take two colors that are next to each other on the color wheel, and where it blends together, here is the gradient. You can even take a warm color and a cool color. Again, where it blends in the middle, transitioning from one color to the next, is the gradient. So I'm going to start out by just kind of putting in the iris of the eye. Now I'm going to darken that color. And already I want to introduce another color. So right now I have one hue on the paper. I'm going to introduce a little bit of a brown, a warm brown, and some orange into this eye. All right, now that I have these colors laid in, I want to make sure they have a nice gradation from one color into the next. So I'm going to go back over them with the original yellow, blending these two colors together. That's a nice iris of the eye. Even at this point, if you would like to add the pupil, you can do that, the little black pupil that goes in the middle of the eye. All right, at this point, I'm going to start laying in some of this fur of my animal. I'm using the side of the oil pastel. That gives a really nice texture for the fur of this animal. We can even use the gradation technique that we talked about in our eyes on the fur itself. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and switch out colors here. Oh, and it's always nice to have a placemat because you're going to be drawing off the sides of your artwork here. All right, moving in another color here. There we go. You can use your finger to blend these colors. I'm keeping the symmetry by making sure any mark I do under one eye, I do under the next. And a little bit up here. And now I'm going to go back to make sure I have a nice gradual transition of the two colors by going back on top with my original color here. All right, it's almost time to lay in our details. That's my favorite part. Yeah. All right, now I'm really laying in the darker colors, and this is the first time I'm really introducing the black. I'm going to go around my eyes again. I'm going to go around the entire eye, really making sure it comes into play, becoming the focal point. I'm going to go around the iris of the eye and just any other areas that I would like to see the black really show up. And my favorite part, my favorite detail is adding the reflection of light. That really gives a nice realistic quality to our animal or to even a person's eyes. And reflection of light, you can grab a light color or a white, and it's just by adding a little dot. You can add two if you'd like. Trying to add them in the same spots, but you don't have to. Perhaps there's an extra reflection showing in this eye, not in the other. And any highlights that you would like at this time, you can also do that. Really make this animal stand out. I like to stipple some of my color towards the end to really show that there's a fur and a texture in this animal. All right, so here's my finished artwork. I always like to mount it on another piece of paper to give it a nice finished look. Here are some other samples. This one was done with crayons and watercolor. I really like the gradation that's shown in the eyes of this ostrich. Here's another one. I like the attention to the reflection of light. Here's a bird. I like that this artist used gray and blue for those feathers. And another one, a crocodile, a reptile that was created. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you had fun, and I can't wait to see what you create.